Hey everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we're continuing the main story. Before we go with the main story, we need to go over job changes for Dawntrail. We're going to be doing Dragoon today, but first, real quick, between videos, I asked my monk friend, Mirta Ebene, also known as Cat Sis, for some advice on how monk works. And I learned a few things. One, I learned that pre-Endwalker, way Perfect Balance was meant to be used was, apparently the opening rotation was Demolish Twin Snakes Dragon Kick instead of Dragon Kick Twin Snakes Demolish, which just sets up the buffs in a different order, and apparently that lined things up a little bit better for rotations. But that's changed with Dawntrail since it's now stack based. It's now stack buff based. Now, I feel very smooth brained for this. I feel very, very dumb for this, but apparently the way that Perfect Balance works now is you will open a battle by doing Dragon Kick Twin Snakes Demolish to get your stacks, then use Perfect Balance, Snap Punch, Snap Punch, Snap Punch to get all three of your Quarrel stacks out of the way, all those buffed attacks all at once. Perfect Balance, True Strike, Boot Shine, that'll go through all of your stacks, just let you get out all of your very powerful attacks right off the bat. Very, very good burst window attack, basically. So when your party enters into like a burst window against raid bosses, you can just get that would be 6 powerful attacks right off the bat after you have your initial 3 setups. Pretty good. Yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense actually. It's just so it's basically, right now, it's so that you can concentrate all of your powerful attacks in one big burst for a bunch of burst damage. Later on, mechanics will be unlocked, which I confirmed was the thing I was reading off of the job guide on the Final Fantasy XIV website about the Beast Chakra for Perfect Balance. Later on, Perfect Balance will be used for more mechanics, which will make it more useful, but for now, it's basically just for burst damage. Anyways, let's switch over to Dragoon, take a look at Dragoon's changes. Only change for below level 50 or up to level 50 is Spine Shatter Dive no longer exists. Also, I'm moving Jump there for reasons. Now, I'm also going to be moving Dragonfire Dive to there. Now, instead of Spine Shatter Dive, we have a new ability, Winged Glide, which is just a gap closer. So we lose damage on our jump gap closer, but instead we get just a plain old gap closer. Fair enough. Anyways, I moved jump here for reasons, we'll get into it. I might actually move it down to here on left D-pad. But I need to play with it a bit more on my main at the higher level so I can know how that rotation goes. But there's a good chance jump will end up there. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with today's quest. Hello, Dridamon. Only the naive place all of their hope in the success of a single solution, and Lord Dridamon is anything but. It seems as though we are always one step behind, our quarry ever just beyond our reach. Though I would like to believe that the tables are about to turn, I must confess to having certain doubts. A joint effort may succeed where others have failed, but it could yet yield the selfsame result. Fortunately, we are not without options. I trust you haven't forgotten Inquisitor Guillaume? We have not. The mystery of how the heretic remained undiscovered for so long has been much in our thoughts, as has the question of what steps might be taken to prevent a similar breach of security in future. Accordingly, we conducted an exhaustive and covert evaluation of everyone in Whitebrim Front. Though some were found to have committed certain minor transgressions, we identified only one possible heretic. If this man has pledged himself to Iceheart's cause, he will have taken note of the movements of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves, and upon recognizing their intent, he may attempt to warn the heretics. The man's watch is to end soon, at which point he must report to Sarah Jean-Tremont in the yard. I would have you keep an eye on him. If he ventures beyond the walls, follow him discreetly. Should he meet with a heretic, do not interfere, simply watch and listen. I have seen to it that the suspect knows nothing which could endanger our plans. Sounds reasonable. Oops, meant to talk to Alphino. The Third and the Temple Knights have begun their search. All that remains is to wait. Sending his forces to Whitebrim Front prior to his own arrival. Your commander is certainly decisive. See how the skies darken. Even the weather is against us. I'm sure all will be fine. We'll find Iceheart, we'll stop Shiva, we'll stop the heretics. Okay, so we are to spy on a potential heretic? You, sir, have severe frostbite. Get to a chirurgeon immediately. The suspected heretic leaves through the southwest gate. Then let's get following. And you! Get to a chirurgeon now! That's so bad! I know Kurthus is cold, but like, That's all the more reason you should be more prepared for this. Oh wait, southwest gate, what am I doing? Alright, well, riding a horse won't be discreet, won't be subtle at all. Also, yeah, sorry, I had mount music off, forgot to turn it off last time, too. Turn it back on last time, too. I was, God, that's the northwest gate! Oh my god, I'm so distracted. Anyways, I had mount music off because I'm still going through Dawntrail's main story and I wanted to hear the field music. The field music in Dawntrail is so good! Oh, Dawntrail is so good. I'm exactly halfway through right now. I just got the orchestrion roll for the expansion. It is. I am exactly halfway through. It is so, so good. I am loving Dawntrail. It might top Endwalker for my favorite expansion, which I'm shocked by. The suspected heretic follows the road east. Alright, back to tailing him. Where are you leading us? This is not towards Snowcloak, which is interesting. Could be that they're meeting away from Snowcloak on purpose. But all of our suspicions leads us towards Snowcloak as their base of operations. But yeah, Dawntrail's so good. It'll be years and years from now, but I can't wait for y'all to meet Lemachi. Aw, she's perfect. I love her. There's so much good in Dawntrail. I'm impressed. I'm thoroughly impressed. Hey, where in the Seven Hells are you? I'm freezing my bollocks off here. I'm here, you blundering oaf. Why are you late? Standing on the wall, why else? I have duties to fulfill, you know. Your sole duty is to the... bloody echo. Lower your voice or they'll hear us in Whitebrim Front. Yes, of course. The Temple Knights are... in Snowcloak. This is what you bring to me? We already knew about. Our comrades in Boulder Downs will use the tunnels. Dead before they know what's happening. Nevertheless, if you waste my time again, is that clear? Boulder Downs and some tunnels. Well, Boulder Downs are right there. So are there tunnels leading from there to... Wait. Hold on, I just had a thought. We could go finish the quest right now, but... I just had a thought. I think I know. I think I've seen it before. I've had him go there plenty of times to fight enemies for relic books after all, so I'm somewhat familiar with the Boulder Downs, and if I recall correctly, right down here, that sure looks caved in. I'm wondering if perhaps that might be a secret tunnel. Well disguised if so, but if it's filled in with snow, it shouldn't be impossible to clear that out enough to get people through. Especially if it's already been set up and the apparent snow blockage is merely a thin wall. Just thick enough to give the illusion of a wall. but it certainly does look like the entrance to a tunnel, so I'm suspicious. Alright, Dredamon, good news. I return and I see Alphino and Emmerich are gone. Well, did your investigation bear fruit? Something about tunnels in Boulder Downs, and they're planning to kill us before we know what's happening. I see. I shall have the man detained at once. His guilt is plain. Would that you could have heard their words more clearly. Yet, the few snatches you were able to make out are nonetheless enlightening. It would seem the heretics are aware of our operation and confident that they can thwart it. Their comrades in Boulder Downs are key to their plans, which means it is key to our plans that they be rooted out and put to the sword. Indeed. Alright, reward for today will be the Auroral Boots. Oh, our inventory is almost full. It's fine. Auroral Boots, crap. I should have checked what those actually go to. Those will go to... just Bard for now. Fair enough. Upgrade from our item level 100 to level 110. Alright then, with that. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV. Ninja's missing a gauge! Oh no! What happened to Ninja? Ninja got some changes! Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, we're not going to be going over the ninja changes quite yet. That'll be next main story. Next time we're doing side quests. I'm not sure exactly what side quests we're doing yet. I'll figure it out and get back to you, but we'll do side quests and then we will get back to the main story where we'll talk about Ninja's changes, which are gonna make lower levels a lot more tolerable to deal with. Higher levels, it's not so much of a benefit, but lower levels, it is a little bit less clunky to deal with. I'll see everyone next time for side quests, though.